Ahenobarbus henocide, also known as dolphin.jpg, is one of the most confusing and mysterious images on the internet. However, there have fortunately been some recent updates to the mystery from this last year or so. I know, I'm late on most topics, but it's recent enough for me. The image was used on 2chan, using on the board as a meme, to make the creepy image cute, which instead led to some debatably scarier images. Stating when translated from Japanese, "This girl is really scary, but please, do whatever you can to make her cute." This caused the image to be pretty widespread in Japan, and when coming over to the West, it was used in many horror games and used as an image in creepypastas. One of those creepypastas can be seen from 11 years ago, in January 2012, by user Won't Think Straight on Reddit, Gurgles and Bugman. It consists of a show that they used to watch as a child, almost like Candle Cove, called Gurgles and Bugman. Gurgles was a clown. He wore a black suit and tie, was skinny and wore typical oversized clown shoes. Gurgles also had blackened out eyes and looked like a smiling skeleton. Gurgles too featured typical curly hair that came off from the sides of his head. Bugman is stated to have scared Opie more. He looked like some form of dwarf or hunchback, featuring a black cape and had prosthetic eyes to make him look like a fly, and two had a mouth that rotated 90 degrees and opened from side to side. The two would pull pranks on unsuspecting victims of theirs, but they weren't your average YouTube pranks. No. These were somehow much worse. Bugman would paralyze the victim by a sharp straw that would come out of his mouth, drinking from the victim's neck. The rest of the story then goes on to say about some horrible circumstances that occurred after watching the show. Your usual people dying crap. The show is clearly just that, a story, and doesn't have any truth to it at all. The confusing part to me is, what does our image have to do with it? It's featured in the story, but doesn't seem to fit in any sense of context. You would assume Gurgles or Bugman would look like it, but they both don't fit the image's description. Fortunately, we do know where the image came from, or what it looked like before edited. This. A traditional Japanese-looking doll, like a jewelry doll of sorts. So we know where the image originated from. That's the story solved, right? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. We know where it came from, but we don't know who made the edited one or where the components came from. The eyes and mouth featured on the edited version are unknown, but it can be guessed that they were taken from a video due to the quality. This was brought up by the Subaru, an amazing Japanese YouTuber who makes videos on obscure Japanese mysteries. I'm honestly a massive fan, so I highly recommend her channel and videos. I've tried reverse image searching, specifically the eyes and the mouth, and nothing too likely comes up. I would guess that the edited eyes and mouth were edited so much that the original versions can't be seen anymore. One guess I have, which has most likely been debunked, is that the mouth may come from the obsessed girlfriend meme image. There's nothing that states they're the same, but they're definitely similar. I edited the eyes and mouth of the image over the obsessed girlfriend meme, and I must say, they do fit pretty darn well. The main problem is the bottom row of teeth on the mouth, which the obsessed girlfriend image doesn't have, but that could have been edited or added from another image. Same with the left eye. It looks as if a part of it had been cut off, which meant there could have been a part of hair that went over the eye. One other theory I have is that the bottom row of teeth actually comes from the top row of teeth featured on the doll, just flipped around and put underneath the obsessed girlfriend's image. They don't fit exactly, but they do fit enough to make me question that it could have been used, but that's something I don't really have the answer to. If it's true that the eyes and mouth did come from a video, it would most likely be from a horror movie, most likely Japanese, or some old Japanese YouTube video, and that would be a pain to look for. I have tried looking at some older Japanese horror videos on YouTube, but so far I've not really came across anything, or at least not anything that's already been found and posted from maybe 2007 onwards. And I also did look on, what's that website called? Momo something? I'm not too sure. But basically a Japanese version of YouTube, and I looked up a few key things, but the only thing I found, funnily enough, was, dead bodies in the bath. Yeah, I didn't quite intend for that, but, whatever. Yep, that's what happens when you do some research for Saki Senabashi, which I will do a video on, most likely. I mean, I'm kind of in the process of coming up with theories, but this topic kind of overtook it for now, so we'll have to see if I can come up with any conclusive ideas or anything, because right now my brain is empty. But do you have any ideas to where the eyes and mouth came from? If you do, then please let me know, because this is a really interesting topic for me, and in general it is really well looked for, you know? We need answers. That's about it. But thank you for watching. I've been Faith for Trap the Glitch, and I will see you next time. Most likely with Saki Sendabashi, but if not, a bird video.